So I need to raise money in order to save my ass from these state taxes out of nowhere that came up out of nowhere. So people come out, we're supportive of Phil, let's cheer, let's tip. They do it, great. Now I'll get past the state taxes, but now federal tax, oh, now you owe more because you made more money.
Interestingly enough, what I find hilarious is no matter what I do in regards to new games or DLC releases or whatever, I'm always doing it wrong. I agree with you. And what I mean by that is, the other day, I was stating how my first stream of Elden Ring's DLC did great. There was good support, although admittedly it was because one person had dropped a giant tip. But overall, the engagement was great, and there was other contributions as well, and I was excited. Oh, I guess people are really excited to see me do this DLC.
Welcoming everyone to the stream. It's not easy being green.
And then the Friday night stream, second stream for that particular day, actually was slower than a Friday Night Fights of Street Fighter 6. And then the next day, when I actually redeemed the playthrough, beat the Death Knight, respect, went back and triumphantly beat all the things that had kicked my butt the first day, it was actually more of the same. And so I criticized that, saying, I don't really know what's going on, what people want, because it seemed like people wanted this game all year, saying this is the big one that everyone wants to see me do. I mean, even doing my second run in Elden Ring, and finishing that up, the Magic run, people were hyped. And this, I don't know, it just didn't seem as hyped to me. And I get two answers, right? The first answer is, oh, well, it's because you're playing it too slow.
You're like, huh?
I'm playing it too slow. So I played it 5.5 hours on the first day, right? And then I played it 3+ hours actually 3.5 hours on the second day. So actually, I'm technically about 9 hours into it within not even a day of it being out.
Huh?
Right? And I'm playing it too slow. Oh yeah, all the other streamers have bum rushed the game and they're near the end. It just came out. It's a 30 to 40 hour DLC and they bum rushed it, skipped all the content, and they're at the end. You want me to do that? Because that was my old style of gameplay. And, that was my old style of gameplay. And no one liked it. That was what I used to do. All right. Way back in the day. And quite frankly, people criticize me saying you rush through games too much and you don't do enough content. You don't take your time. Your playthroughs aren't representative of the true nature of the game. And your reviews are bunk because of it. Right?
Snort.
I just find that hilarious. So then I start reading my video comments, and I get a big comment from someone saying, well, I think maybe the reason is because you're playing it too much. Most people are playing it over the weekend themselves, and so they're going to stay away from other people, playing it, and that's why. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense either, because take a look at other streamers. Do they have no views on this playthrough? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll be honest, just like any other normal human, yes, am I jealous of certain people and people who are successful and whatever? Of course I am. Of course I'm going to have jealousy. That's a natural human emotion for those who have more than you. You're always going to have that natural kind of jealousy of those who maybe have, been more successful or things like that. And by the way, for the record, it's not that I don't have no views at all. It's kind of the opposite. I have lots of viewers, but it's not translating into, it's for this. It's not because they love what they're doing. It's not because for the love of the game or because they're true gamers. It's for this. And this is what it's become. It's not about putting out a quality review. It's not about putting out a quality playthrough or a quality stream. It's about making this. And that's sad. People liking it enough that they're actually supporting it. The first stream was great. The second and third streams actually were slow for streams for me, especially for like a big new release. Like what happened, right? In contrast, I played Stardew Valley on Saturday night, and it was actually 3 times as supported as the previous 2 Elden Ring streams. I was stating how my first stream of Elden Ring's DLC did great. There was good support, although admittedly it was because one person had dropped a giant tip. But overall, okay. I just realized how to change menus. Cool. So, what I'd like to do before we start, Jody's in need of a cave. Very hypocritical. Stardew Valley. So what I'm learning, all right, quite frankly, is that over time, people are coming to me and my content for various different reasons, okay? There definitely are people who come to DSP Gaming to see me tackle the new releases and to get my opinions on them and stuff like that. But that's definitely not my entire audience anymore. At one point it was, absolutely it was. But I can tell you right now, what's happening is as I'm getting older, right? And I am becoming more of a social streamer, which I think we can all agree, right? I very much more am leaning toward, instead of me being hyper-focused on a game, I like the streams more. Well, not necessarily more, but I like doing streams more often, where it's more about us hanging out, having a good time, talking, and chilling while there maybe is gameplay going on, or maybe I'm reacting to something, right? Hell, there's even been times when we couldn't figure out what to play. I said, let's just do a late night chill stream where we just talk for 2 hours, and the chill stream does really, really well. Great engagement, great support compared to the gameplay streams I've been doing recently. So I think what's happening is, as I get older, and let's be honest, more mature, more wise, less of an asshole, people are enjoying my company more. And so they're going to want that kind of stream more. And so when a giant high-profile new release that's super difficult, like Elden Ring's DLC, comes out, there is still an audience of people who come to see me play it right away, but there's others who are like, well, you know what? I can't really hang out with you when you play Elden Ring. You're concentrating because you're going to die every possible second or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Bone Nose Tecmo says, I don't think you identify with your audience anymore. These Zoomers watching just don't have the attention span. But Bone Nose Tecmo, I think the point I'm making is, that's not my whole audience. It was back in the day. When I was at first a YouTuber making gameplay videos, it was all about the low attention span, fast moving, give us instant gratification viewer, right? Now, it's more of a balance. I do have people who are older, who've been along for the ride with me for a while, and they like the different style. In fact, to give you some perspective, okay? I can pull up the analytics literally right now. If I go to my audience and I go to demographics, are you ready for this? 50%. That's half of my audience is between the ages of 25 and 34. 21% of my audience is between the ages of 35 and 44. So with those two age groups, young adults into middle age is 70% of my viewers. Nobody fucking cares. Stop that shit. So what percentage of my viewers are young and want instant gratification and have low attention spans? 18%. They're 18 to 24, and actually 13 to 17-year-olds, 1%. So no teenagers are actually watching me. It's young adults into middle age. And if you're curious, after that, it's 45 to 54-year-olds, 6%. So that's what it is as people are getting older now, they're not about the whole crazy run into the new game, instant gratification, rush through it anymore. Right? They want to sit back and watch me play Stardew and hang out with me. They want to go on a chill stream and have a good time. They want to relax as I react to something. You know, that's more our pace, and that's cool. That's totally fine. You know, I'm not upset with that whatsoever. I'm happy to do that, and as I get older, that's what's going to happen. And let's be honest, right? We will have to transition into kind of different kinds of content as I get older anyway. I won't be able to play Elden Ring and Street Fighter 6 forever. I'm happy that I'm 42 years old and I still am able to. That's pretty cool, you know? But as I get older, it's going to change, right? My hand-eye coordination, my carpal tunnel, all these things are going to make it so that I can't really do that kind of stuff anymore, right? I'm 36 years old, guys. I'm not 20 years old, you know? I have to get up and move around and do physical activity and do other things. So anyway, I just find it an interesting observation that I just matter-of-fact report that the first Elden Ring stream did outstanding, and then the second and third ones actually didn't do so well. And I get two completely different reasons why. Because you're not playing it fast enough. Everyone else is way ahead of you. Because everyone else is playing it. They're not watching, you know, you. So therefore, you know, you're playing kind of, you know, too fast for them. You're ahead of them. And I'm like, what? like the fact that I might lose my fucking house over something that I have nothing whatsoever control over or to do with. That's the worst feeling. All right, so I'm excited for Shadow of the Erdtree on this first stream. I know I'm going to get views. I know I'll probably have some good engagement. I am hoping for good support. Since this is going to be a major daytime stream for a while, this DLC is so lengthy, I'm hoping that the support will at least be as good as a decent daytime stream is. We'll see what happens today, okay? Hopefully, that will happen, all right?